could be a pyramid, it could be a ball, it could be flat, it could be multi-dimensional. Why is it flat?
All right. Well, I'll give you my best
I like
ones.
other
Okay.
shapes.
I'm not trying to like put one over the other, but like, why?
Yeah, no, you guys are fine.
Like,
I'm with you.
All
All right. So here's where I'll start. We can see if you check out Lake Michigan, you can see clear across Lake Michigan, 50 miles. Okay. You can see the Chicago skyline in pretty much all of its glory. All right. Over a distance of 50 miles, according to spherical geometry, 8 inches per mile squared is what describes an Earth ball the size that they say it is. Okay.
Over 50 miles, you say what?
Over a distance of 50 miles using spherical geometry, 8 inches per mile squared is the formula, produces 1,700 feet of expected curvature over a 50-mile-an-hour.
Based on the theoretical radius of what the Earth is supposed to be over a 50-mile arc.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to produce. It's going to produce that arc. No, it's going to produce that arc. This is like Ball Earth is describing. This is literally the. Yes, exactly. Okay. So this is not like flat Earth math. This is people, the scientists who say the Earth is a ball that we're using. Okay. So that's important. So the tallest building is formerly the Sears Tower, or the Willis Tower, right?
Yeah.
That clocks in at 1,700 feet tall. All right, and then so now you can see almost the entire Sears Tower, right? Which you should only be able to see the tippy top. But not only can you see that, you can see the neighboring 300, 400, 500 foot buildings, which should be hidden by 17. Well, at that point, 1,200 foot of curvature would be hiding them, right?
What about the curve that you can see from the top of Mount Everest?
Wait, hold on. Well, that's a fisheye lens. Check it out, okay? But let's continue with Chicago real fast. So now there's an explanation they give us, right? Because they always have a freaking explanation, these scum. So the guy on the news, he tells us what you are seeing is a mirage. All right, maybe it's a freaking mirage, right? Maybe it could be. I'm game. So this guy named Rob Skiba, he didn't think it was a mirage. Gets his video camera, rents a boat, gets in that boat, sees it happens to be another mirage day, right? Right? Because they're so frequent, they happen all the time, right? So there's that city again. There's the skyline. Takes out his video camera and drives across Lake Michigan until that city is right in front of his eyes. So he's got the camera on that mirage the entire time. So A, is it a mirage? And B, if it's not a mirage, then where?
That's a good question.
Is the curve?
That needs to be answered.
It has been answered, bro. All right. Well, let me get. Well, there's much, dude. That's in and of itself. That's one piece. I'm not here to convince you that the Earth is anybody here to tell get them to say, oh my God, the Earth is flat all of a sudden, right? I'm gonna agree with you. I'd be like, you haven't done any research. You have to, dude. This is a painful process to come to the point where
anytime you uproot something that's indoctrinated into society, it's going to take a lot of. Sometimes people don't want to budge. They don't want to budge in what they believe.
Yeah. 100%. All right, so let me give you another one. Have you guys heard where ships they sail over the horizon? Have you heard that one? And that proves a ball Earth, right? That tells us that's how we know that there's a curve, right?
Suggested, but if you go back to that prism thing, where there's like a prism effect, who's to say that they're not just going into a prism in your view?
Oh, right.
Just coming from
well, let's keep it to what? Let's keep it to our reality. I mean, if you want to go there, then you might as well not worry whether Earth flat ball or anything, right? Because it could be anything, like you said, it could be a diamond. But I'm when I step on this, it feels hard to me. I'm going to go with let's treat this as reality. So if we treat it like that, this is our reality. What people are doing is, again, they're grabbing that video camera with a zoom, and when that boat disappears over the horizon, and they let it go out much further than just disappearing like 5 seconds after that thing disappeared, right? They get out their video camera, they get their zoom, and they can zoom in again and see that boat clear as day, bro. People doing it all over the freaking flat Earth because there's no curve. So we can't find a curve anywhere. Did you know that twice in the past 10 years, astronauts have almost drowned in space? Did you know that?
Drowned?
Did you know that also that they
which astronaut for those?
I'm not making. I have no freaking. I can't keep track of all these liars. I don't even like paying attention. I don't like. Oh no! Look in the news. Just use your camera right now. Do it right now. Prove me wrong, or prove me right. Really. So wait. So now, do you know that there's an exact replica of the ISS in a giant pool?
Hold on a second. I want to do this.
That's crazy. I have a question that I can't explain.
Astronauts
drown in space, bro.
When I go up in my plane, I fly a plane, right?
Yeah.
I go up to whatever I go, 12,000 feet, let's say, right?
Astronauts drown in space.
I lose all connection to my phone. It doesn't work. I have no cell service.
Yeah, it's strange, right?
There's nothing up there.
Really
right?
cheap because it's just a
I have a Bluetooth device.
Yeah.
And it communicates with GPS satellites, and it tells me where I'm at.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because he had a leaking suit, and he almost drowned in the suit.
Why does it show different
because the
satellites?
suit leaked.
Wait, hang on. He's giving.
Oh, that's a completely different thing, though, right? That's not.
Wait, hold on.
That's an astronaut drowning in a suit filled with liquid
I can watch
while
on
he's
my app
floating in space.
the individual satellites that the program is connected to.
That's a different
as they
thing.
go over the Earth on a model. And every day I longer they work.
Right, but do you know that can you prove that?
Well, it works.
Right, it works, but who's to say that did you know that 95% of all ground communication
And if I
Wait, hold on. Wait, did you know that 95% of all international ground communication takes place undersea cables?
What's your source?
CIA.
CIA?
Yeah, if you can trust them. I don't even know.
Why is that important?
Why is that important? Why do I need thousands of freaking 20,000 satellites flying above me if 95% of the freaking communication is taking place under undersea cables?
Because the cable came first.
Okay, here we go. The GPS device only works when it has line of sight to the sky.
Yeah,
it does not
that's
receive.
Well, that's what they say. That's what they say. All right, guys. Did you know that they've had there's a radio wave?
How do you explain that?
Wait, hold on. Well, listen, I
You're
can't.
asking me a question.
No. I'm not here.
I
Listen.
explain that this GPS technology works
listen.
by these changing satellites.
I'm not here.
That clearly rotate over,
Nick.
and you can see them with a telescope. You can look up and you can see the International Space Station.
Wait,
orbit.
just listen,
can see
guys.
the shadow of
wait,
the Earth
listen.
on the moon.
Let's listen. What the point?
See the shadow of the Earth.
You can see the shadow of the Earth on the moon.
Guys,
And actual astronauts who have been to space and seen.
the point of this, listen, the point of this is this, ready?
People
Let me speak for 1 second, just 1 second, because I have a point to make. The point is that there's certain things that we can test out 100% for ourselves. The other things, some of them we have to take on faith. Kind of like making science a religion, okay? So now when you laugh about, wait, hold on, let me finish my point. Now when you laugh at me about these astronauts who are drowning in space, and you look it up, and it tells you that, oh, well, there's water in their suit, and you have a big chuckle. Now, reading that quick article prove that happened to you? That's all the investigation you need?
That's the first part of the
That's not a very
investigation.
thorough
When you're
investigation,
saying- all right,
is
so
it?
we have
So
a set
what
of knowledge.
investigation did you do?
None.
Okay, then.
Absolutely.
Hey, I did much more than you then.
Then I guess we have a better source.
When I'm telling you,
Because you made the shit up.
no, what I'm telling you is I don't pay attention to shit that I can't research myself. I can't prove they're up in space myself, can I?
Yes,
Of course
you
you can.
can.
You can actually see satellites with the naked eye.
Well, I think
With your naked eye, you can see freaking how many miles?
With your naked eye.
With your naked eye? Are you sure about
You can see the
that?
space station, yeah.
With your naked eye?
Yes, you actually can.
Come on, man. You can see it
It's
with the
not
naked
that high
eye.
up.
All right, I mean, all right. So now, how do you know that's a space station? You know for sure, right?
Because there's only if it's
So,
a planet or if it's
biggest
an
thing.
asteroid
Is there like
or if
is there a
it's
symbol on it or something that proves it? And how big was this spot? That's moving. It's moving at the speed of a bullet, by the way. 17,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, but the
100,000
they say.
feet, so the relative arc speed is
So
not
yeah,
that
you
low.
can
In
see
fact,
it moving across
if you look at the
sky.
sun as it orbits the Earth,
sky
it rotates
is
All right, well,
at a speed
listen.
of 1,000 miles an hour
Guys,
over the surface.
well, all right. So let's go back to Chicago then. Let's go back to what we can prove. Let's go back to the world. Let's go back to the world we live in. So what are you gonna do? Wait, what? You don't like Chicago? Guys, what about Chicago though? So
What
let's.
about Chicago?
Well, the problem is that we can see the skyline of Chicago 50 miles across Lake Michigan. According using spherical geometry. Now, this is stuff you can actually do rather than tell me that you're freaking seeing stuff, right?
Yeah.
So now you can actually go to Lake Michigan, stand on the shoreline, you can see the Chicago skyline.
And if you go farther,
Over a distance of 50 miles, there should be using spherical geometry, 8 inches per mile squared, you should have 1,700 feet of expected freaking
Let's
curvature.
find out.
Except when you get
Please do.
higher, you
How
get to
far?
see more, because that's how perspective
Go, just do Earth curve calculator. Just if you do Earth curve
No, I'm
calculator.
going to do how far over Lake Michigan.
Yeah. So anyhow,
Bible.
now what the guy does, they did a news show on this. The guy on the news said because you shouldn't be able to see that, and he goes, "What you are seeing is a mirage." Now keep in mind, folks, they call TV programming for a freaking reason,
Doesn't mean
right?
you can say
Because they're
it.
brainwashing you to believe them. So
Now, why do you
so
think
the
you
guy-
want us to believe in the
So hold on. So the guy gets on TV and he's.
No. What's the agenda?
I'm just
What is
finishing
the
with these
agenda?
people because you guys were busy. So
No, I was actually looking up your shit.
Yeah, no.
And finding out that it's
Yeah.
only
What's the
59 miles to the
agenda?
other side of it.
right, well,
Why is it
59 is
so
more than 50, right?
Yeah. But if you cannot see it over 59 miles, that actually proves the Earth is round. Because if it was a flat thing, you'd be able to
Let
see
me
it for
ask you one
1,000
question.
miles.
Do you believe the Earth is flat?
100%.
You do. And what does it matter whether the Earth is
They're hiding
flat
God.
or round?
This is our
Do you read the Bible? Do you believe in God?
This is religious
I
education.
believe there's a higher being, yes.
Oh no, I'm not after people religiously, but
Of course you are.
no, I mean it's gonna.
Of course you are. This is the basis for your
Is that a problem for you if it was?
Of course it
Yes.
is.
Oh, it is.
Of course it is.
Because there is some. All right, let me ask you. This is the greatest. I'm so happy you guys said that. Do you guys believe that a book can come from nothing? A book can pop out of thin air
So what
and
is
produce
nothing?
itself?
So
What do
the
you
question is,
consider-
From right here, a book can explode into existence. Can a book do that?
probably not.
Okay, now let's see. And I'm talking the ink, the printing, the knowledge, the writing,
Are
right?
you actually talking natural selection poofing out?
Wait, no. I'm just. Let's keep it simple.
Because
Let's keep it
evolution
simple.
is not simple.
All right,
It's complicated.
no, but let's just
It's
keep
actually really
Let's
long
keep
and
it
really
simple to the book. There's a point.
No.
You're not listening to a word I say.
know
Let me just say my
exactly where
point.
you're going.
Where am I going? Tell me.
Go on.
You're telling me that nothing can come from nothing.
No.
Oh,
What I'm
are you
no,
saying?
I'm not. I'm going to go a little further than that.
Okay, go for
Okay,
it.
go on.
Okay, has anybody heard about our DNA ever being called?
Yeah.
What do they call it? What do they call our? What do some scientists call? Scientists who call it. What do they call our DNA?
Our code?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
the
going
book,
for?
and they call it the Book of Life, right?
Yeah, it's
Call it a
called
whole bunch of
metaphor.
different things.
Well, scientists, if you can look it up.
It's called
look up
a
the Book of
metaphor.
Life.
I know
Let me
what
ask
it's
you a
called.
question.
Hold on
It
one
is a
second.
metaphor.
So you guys don't believe a book can pop out of thin air, yet you think that our DNA, which has coding, which actually produced you, can come from nothing.
No, I
Thank you.
didn't say
That's a
that.
contradiction that you're not
I
gonna
can
do.
actually
not
answer
gonna
that if you'd
beat
like me to answer that right
We can
now.
literally
Go ahead.
Because the
describe
book,
how it
because
happened.
DNA is actually not a book; it's a metaphor for something that evolved over.
DNA is
over
not. No, it has
100,000
instructions.
Actually, it's
Our DNA
evolved.
has instructions.
You know how the basics of evolution work.
It is a book.
Do you know how the basics of evolution work?
Right, to our eye from Earth.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell me the basic concept of evolution? How does it work? Just the basic concept of
Wait, you're gonna
natural
tell me
selection.
now? You're gonna tell me you proved evolution?
I'm asking you if you understand.
No,
the
I
basic
could. I think it's bullshit. BS,
So
man.
you don't have any idea how
Evolution is BS,
it works.
folks.
But you're saying it's BS, but you don't have any idea how
what
it
difference
works.
does it make whether the Earth is round or flat?
Well, I was an atheist for freaking 46 years of my life, right?
And who did you read?
Let me ask, does anybody here lie? Do I have any liars here?
Who did you read when you were an
Can I finish?
atheist?
Give me 1 second,
We
sir.
read.
Are there any
What
liars,
book have you
people who lie?
read? When you were
I
an
lie.
atheist for
I
46
lie
years.
now. Does anybody lie?
You have
Okay.
lied.
Does
You've been
anybody
acting
has anybody
on faith.
stolen anything in their life?
Actually,
No, good
Well,
for you.
I did.
Yeah, right. I did
Round
too.
space and you were lying about it.
Anybody lust at women, right? And have lust for them?
Yeah.
These are all against the Ten Commandments, right?
These are
I
all
have a
fine.
lot of
Actually,
love for women.
no,
Let
there's
me
no
tell you,
lusting
I'm
against the
super
Ten
gay.
Commandments. There's no lusting
There's
at all. There's no prohibition against lust in the Ten Commandments.
Well, do you believe the Catholic Church? I guess you probably. Are you
Jesus
Catholic?
said, "He who has lusted on a woman against his wife has committed a sin." There is nothing in the Ten Commandments that says lust is bad.
Okay, all right, let's go with stealing. Let's go.
Adultery is
All right,
bad.
I could be wrong. I'm new to this.
You don't know
I'm new to the
yourself
God
very
thing.
well.
I'm new God. So I could be wrong.
That's why I'm an atheist, because I know this shit.
Okay, that's good for you, man.
I know this shit
And listen,
really
and
well.
listen, but
So
that's-
let's
Have
talk
you
about the
read
basics of
Christopher
evolution. Let's go back to the code of evolution.
Yeah.
The 4 planets, there's only 4 planets that we can see with the naked eye from Earth. Okay,
Yeah,
through
yeah.
a telescope,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And out of them 4, when you see the 4,
Yeah.
right in a line, when you see the 4 planets, are they flat or are they round?
I don't know, man. I've never been there. Have you?
Can you see the circles?
Does that
Do you
prove it?
see-
Does that proves it's round?
Again,
Yes.
again. Nobody asked you if you were there.
Oh.
Again, listen to the question. The question is, there's 4 planets.
I'm telling you, I can't prove that. That's all I'm saying. I can't prove it.
I
No.
didn't ask you I didn't ask you that question.
Oh, what is your question?
The question I asked you is,
Yeah.
from Earth,
Yeah.
we can see, humans can see 4 planets.
Okay, I got that.
We can't see the other ones. We can only see 4. And when you look at the 4 planets
Yeah, yeah,
through a telescope,
yeah.
are they flat or are they round in the sky?
And I said I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I can't determine it.
Okay. So
you haven't done
can,
any
but you have proven it.
But you can-
I'm asking you now. Have you proven that they're round?
To my no, I'm not proof. To my naked, I never asked for proof. I asked you to your naked eye.
Right.
Do you see the
And I
planet
already
as
answered
being
that. I said I
flat or
can't
round?
prove it. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
that's my answer.
I look at them and I see round.
So you would bet you know 100% that they're round because it looks round to you. You're
No,
telling me.
no.
Oh, okay. So then what are you telling me?
I'm
know
telling you that to my eye.
All right, I got a good one. You guys have ever heard of parallax? You know what parallax is?
He just avoids the question.
Okay,
No, he just-
parallax.
totally avoids
No, I'm
the
not,
question.
guys.
Yes,
I'm
you
trying to
are.
hit stuff
You're
that
here
is
with a
space
sign.
oriented since you're so into that.
You're question.
All right, what
You're
parallax?
actually
What
spreading
parallax is when you're driving in a
It's a
car
sin to spread
and you see when you see the trees that pass by.
if there is
Well, listen, if
any
you want to
sin-
take over, be my guest, bro. I'm not here to. I didn't know. Everybody here believes you're at this ball. You don't need another. I don't need another
Get
explanation.
reactions from people.
No, I'm not.
I know, he's
doesn't
getting
believe
one from
himself.
me.
I know, this is a lot of
He's
fun.
getting one from me. So
So listen, either you want to hear what parallax is, you don't know what it is.
No,
I can
I'd rather
educate you.
explain to you.
All right, what is parallax? then?
Parallax is when you're driving through a car and you can see that the things get smaller in the distance, it's bigger as you get close up. It's the way that your eye curves.
Well, somewhat,
Yeah.
but really, what it is while you're moving, right? You see the trees in the further, but the fact is that they move at different rates of speed. So if something's further in the distance behind in the background, those trees are going to be moving more slowly than the ones that are right in front of you, right? Do you understand
No,
that?
they're going to be moving at the same speed. They're just going to be
It's
seen to
just
be moving
about
differently.
illusion.
Right,
It's
but
an illusion.
but what I'm saying though is
They're
that
actually
there has
all moving
never
at the
been
same
any
speed.
parallax detected in space.
That's
None.
not true.
Really?
not
Look it up.
true.
Look it
How
up.
about
Talking to
you?
Doppler
You're the
ships and
bird
hardships
on you.
are everywhere.
You're the one telling me I'm lying.
Dude,
Here, let me give you.
do you
let me
have
ask you
any
one question.
data?
Hold on. Let me
Holy
ask you
shit,
one
man.
question.
Listen, guys, I don't want to argue. So listen, obviously, no,
Let me
but I
ask
don't
you
have
a
the time.
question.
The
Let me
reason-
I'm
ask
interested
you a
for people
question.
who I really
Let me
don't.
just
I'm not
ask you a
interested.
question.
I'm not debating.
Let me ask you a
You're
question.
living in a world of ignorance.
Do you know who Neil
You're
deGrasse
living in a world
Tyson
of
is?
ignorance.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you actually think you're
that
smarter than him?
subjugates people.
Do you know?
This
Do you know
is
what
the
Neil? You know what?
No,
Have you ever
answer
heard
the
what?
question. Answer
This
the
man
question.
is-
I don't know it. I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know how
So you
smart he
don't
is.
know who he is.
Literally.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. I've never tested his intelligence. And by the way, what intelligence? What level intelligence are we talking? Are we talking emotional intelligence? Are we talking?
We're talking about intelligence on this shit. We're talking about the fact that he is a well-renowned astrophysicist.
The reason.
You know what he says about gravity?
Yes.
What does he say about gravity when you ask him what is gravity? What does he say?
Gravity is a pull-
What does he say? What does he say?
The
What does he
core of the
say?
earth that broke-
No, you know what he says when you ask him what gravity
Go
is?
ahead.
Right?
He says,
The
when
Bible
it comes
does
to what
say
gravity is,
flat.
he says, we don't
So if
know.
you said the world is
Yes,
round, you're saying the Bible
yes,
is
there's a
wrong.
lot of
You can't
unknown-
get
Oh,
to
so
that.
now you're just telling me
You
everything
can't get to
revolves
the
around
Bible
gravity, and yet you don't know gravity.
We know.
Oh my gosh, I can't take it. Please, I appreciate it.
So what happens if it's if it's flat? So what happens?
All right.
So it's flat.
All right, yeah. All right.
So what's next?
All right. Well, do you want to know, or you want to? All right. I mean,
just wanna know.
well, it seems
What
like you're
happens when it's
upset.
flat?
All right.
No, not upset.
Okay.
Okay, flat. So what's next? We're gonna fall off?
For me personally, I was an atheist all my life, 46 years, up until a year and a half ago, right? When I discovered that the Earth is flat, what happened was that it turned out that there was
Because it says the Bible is flat.
in the Bible, there's a number of verses, quite a few, over 200 verses that refer to flat Earth. They don't. It doesn't. So, well, for me, it changed my life because I found God, right? And I used to be a hardcore atheist.
So what's that got to do?
What's
So
that have to do?
if
I
the
changed my
world-
behavior.
If the world is round, if the world is round, so the world is round. The God's still here.
Well, let me ask you
Does that
this.
push God
If the
away?
Let me ask you this. If the Earth is flat, right? Let's say.
If the Earth is round.
Wait. Go with me on this. Yeah. Now, if the Earth truly is flat, and I'm right, and you're not,
Wrong. This is
and I'm trying to wake you up to a truth that you've been lied to, right?
In the beginning,
do you want to stay ignorant to the truth, or do you want to? Well, I'm asking you a question. Answer my question, please. Come on, I'll answer yours, but I want you to be fair. Do you want to stay ignorant to the truth, or would you prefer living a life of a lie? That's
wanna
why it
know.
matters.
I want to know.
I want to know.
the truth.
I'm
It's
telling you why it matters.
It's okay. You know what? Let's say the Earth is flat. I'm with you. What has that got to do with God?
so God said
God created the world whether it's a circle or it's flat.
Right.
Okay. So
why
translate
would
the Bible whichever way you want. That's it's irrelevant. So what does this change anything?
Well, it changed my life for the better. I
could
found
change
God. I didn't
it.
have
It could
God.
change it.
I didn't have God in my life. And
God
obviously,
could be-
you don't care about God then, because that was a major important thing in my life.
God could be in your life regardless whether the Earth is round.
Oh, I agree
Or
with you.
whether it is flat.
No. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that they're hiding God through evolution. They're hiding God through Big Bang, and what they're doing is they're brainwashing
God is
people
not-
to believe.
God is not
Do you believe in
hidden.
Big Bang? Do you
God
believe
is
in
not hidden.
evolution?
God is not hidden.
Oh, Christian against Jew.
I'm not against anybody,
against
sir.
theists.
No, I'm not against anybody. Why would I be against?
Versus.
I'm saying, let him
It's
say
okay,
whatever.
we're-
What's the matter?
Yeah, that's fine.
Ignorance.
Yeah.
Yes. And knowledge.
Well,
is
obviously,
power.
it sounds like you know everything, so good for you.
I know a lot
Welcome.
of things. I've
Good.
researched it.
Yep.
Looked around.
Okay.
I suggest you do too. It's hard. But no, the thing is that when you're raised.
Yeah, listen, I honestly appreciate it, but I would like to speak with people who are interested in having conversation, not people who are interested in telling me everything.
I would just like to tell you before I go.
That's okay.
Before I go.
Yeah.
Before I go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
People are indoctrinated into the religion of their parents, and it's hard to admit your parents were wrong. But when you have an immense
Okay.
amount of evidence, like
Yeah,
the
sure.
Bible,
Yeah.
that says that is wrong over
Okay.
and over again, like when it says the world is
Okay.
flat,
Yeah.
it's hard to get through it. But don't worry about it. Your parents can be.
Oh, you have a Hail Sagan shirt too. That's
You know
so
who that
funny.
is?
Yeah, of course. He's a liar.
What's his first name?
Carl, my friend.
Very good.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
What do you think? I'm lying to you?
Have you ever read one of his books?
Listen, man. I appreciate you wanting to help me out here, but I'm not here really to. I'm here right now to speak with people who are interested in hearing my side of things. I believe I've lived on a ball for 46 years, so believe me, I'm well aware that what I'm saying is a little unusual. Okay, I get it. So anyway, I appreciate it. Have a good night.
You can see the shadow of the Earth on the moon.
Is the Earth flat?
You can see the shadow of the Earth.
Can I spend a little time with this gentleman? He's asking me a question. All right. So,
Please do your research.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Read books.
All right, have a good night, brother.
Lots of books.
Yep. Okay.
Actual books.
All right, so this is really crazy stuff, right? Every flat earther, I would say almost every single flat earther laughed at this stuff when they first heard it. Every single one. And then when you research it, you start to question things. I'm going to give you one of my favorites is the Chicago skyline. We can see the Chicago skyline clear across Lake Michigan, 50 miles across Lake Michigan. Okay. According to spherical geometry, there should be 1,700 feet of curvature over a distance of 50 miles over that water. Remember, now we're talking water, okay? So there should be curvature. You following what I'm saying? All right. The tallest building in Chicago is Sear Tower. It clocks in at 1,700 feet. The neighboring buildings are 400 or 500 feet tall. You can see not only almost the entire Chicago Sears Tower, but you can see those neighboring 300-400 foot buildings. That should be impossible. Okay? So the guy in the news comes on. What do they call TV? They call TV programming for a reason, because they are programming you to do what they want you to do, and it's a fact. So now the guy on TV comes on, he says what you are seeing is a mirage. Okay, maybe it's a mirage, right? So a guy named Rob Skiba, he rents a boat and he takes a video camera with him and he videotapes that mirage, and he gets in his boat 50 miles across Lake Michigan, sees that mirage of Lake Michigan, of the Chicago skyline, and videotapes it the entire way across until the city is right in front of his freaking eyes. So my question is if that was not a mirage, right? Now, was it a mirage first is the first question. And then, if it's not a mirage, where's the curvature? All right? And now there's another one that people are doing, and they're hiding these on YouTube, by the way. But people are going out, and they're taking video of that horizon, right? And have you ever heard of boats going over the horizon? You guys ever hear that? You've heard of it, right?
So what happens when you
So
get
check
to the
this
edge
out.
of the
Wait,
earth?
let me finish with the boat. So what happens is they'll videotape a boat that's driving away from view. It'll be gone from view over the horizon. They take their video camera, they get a zoom, they zoom in on that boat, and guess what? There's that boat again. So somehow they got a magic zoom that zooms over the curve, right?
That's not true. You're by the ocean. Is this where you really want to say this? The ocean would actually be demonstrated.
Oh, I'm buying a P900. I'll be here next weekend with it.
Got one. How long are you going to be here? You want to go get mine?
Yeah. People are doing it all over the internet.
Yes, that is the flat earth proof detector. I know that. But here's the ocean. Is this the place where you really want to say that boats can be brought back above the imaginary horizon?
Well, I mean, there's people doing it on the internet. There's dozens and dozens of videos. Have you seen them?
Of course, YouTube. That's the truth. I understand that.
Well, no, I'm not. Well, wait. Am I saying YouTube is the truth, or am I saying the people investigating this are so you're calling all these home people investigating? You know, there's people using laser beams. They're using lasers to prove that across the distance of a lake, there should be curvature. When you're measuring over water, there has to be curvature over every inch. But we all know that water sticks naturally to a ball, right? Right? Of course it sticks to a ball. You've done it millions of times, right? Pour water on a ball, it just sticks to it. Spin that ball 1,000 miles an hour too, because remember, we're moving 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. Did you know that? Did you know you're spinning 1,000 miles an hour at the equator?
Yes.
What about other planets?
Good for you. I know. Well, obviously you study this stuff. What?
Are the other planets also flat or just the Earth?
I don't know, man. Do you know we only see one face of the moon our entire lives? Did you know that? It's freaking weird, right?
Why is that? Almost like tidal locking.
So what happens when you go into outer space? Are there other planets?
Dude, look up NASA astronauts drowning in space. Oh, two times in the last maybe 10 years or so, they've almost. You can look. Oh, by the way, I have paperwork. I got a YouTube channel. I've got paper, and on it gives you YouTube channels of people that you can kind of that'll raise questions. And my whole point here is not to have you believe me, a word I say. My point is to get people asking questions and investigating. Look, he's investigated it. I'll hand it to him. You know what? He's come to the conclusion that I'm wrong, and I'm good with that. There's nothing wrong with that because he has an educated view and he's looked into it. But the mass of people haven't done that. For me, there's enough evidence that proves to the contrary what he believes now, and got me to stand out here and be ridiculed by people.
So
and there's a growing number of people.
That the Earth is flat, or you just want us to,
I'm like 99.9% that we're living on a flat Earth. Yeah. Do you believe in God or no?
Yeah.
You do? Did you ever read your Bible?
No.
Come here, check this out, man. You should start reading your Bible. Just for 2 seconds. I'm not giving you a sermon. But did you know in the Bible? All right, let's start with Wernher von Braun, my boy. You know Wernher, right? Wernher von Braun, a former Nazi, right? Did you know a head of NASA rocketry who helped develop the Saturn I rocket? He's a former Nazi. On his gravestone, he refers to Psalms 19-1. Okay, let's look at what that says. That is right on the top here, right? Do you see it? 19-1 says, the heavens declare the glory. Wait, let me just finish. This is important. Check this out.
I want to know, like, does outer space exist?
Yeah, but hold on. Wait, this is on the tombstone of a guy from NASA, right? The head guy. He says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Do you know what the firmament refers to? You know what that is?
Yes.
What is that?
Don't say Van Halen belts.
No, bro, it's a dome. Yeah.
Are you guys together? Like,
No.
No, he's against me actually, but that's okay. Well, not against me. I'm with you. You've come to a
converse.
Yeah. So
you guys know each other? Like friends? Or?
Well, after this we will, I guess.
So anyhow, wait. Let me ask you. Does that seem a little bit weird to you?
Well, I won't take that as indicative of anything scientific. I agree, it seems a little unusual, but
Yeah. I'm not saying. Listen. When it's a amount of evidence that what happens is it starts piling up strange things, like astronauts drowning in space. That's a strange.
I have another question. Why is everybody recording everybody?
Because everybody's on YouTube these days, man. Right?
Like I have to film what you're saying.
Well, yeah. No, you know what?
Like 4 people.
I post this. Yeah, I post. You post on YouTube too? Sweet. I feel like I might have seen you, but I don't recall. Anyhow, so there's a ton of like things that are anomalies. There's bubbles. Literally, you see bubbles in space. On the ISS, if you type in ISS harness, have you seen that? You must have seen the harness video.
I've seen the allegations.
What do you believe exists in that? Do you believe that other planets are also?
Have you seen the one where the astronaut's juggling something in his hands and there's nothing there?
I gotta run though, but I do want to ask you: do you believe that other planets are flat too, or just the Earth?
I don't know, man. I just kind of go with the stuff that I can hopefully test out and go with.
So you know the Earth is flat, but no.
No, I don't. I mean, I'm feeling it's flat. I know that water acts flat, and I've never seen water stick to conform to a ball with nothing. Like if you pour water on a tennis ball, I don't expect it to stick.
Well, we gotta run, but nice.
I got paperwork there behind me. If you want any, man, you can investigate this stuff for yourself.
I will.
Okay, all right. Zoom Truth is my channel too. If you want to look me up.
I'm sorry, what's the channel?
Zoom Truth.
Cool.
Zoom Space Truth.
I do have one question, and I've always been asking this question.
Okay.
Is there an actual flat Earth model at the moment?
I'm Dave, by the way.
Hi, Dave. Is there an actual flat Earth model?
No, I would say no. I would say no. I don't think there's one conclusively that has been completely proven. 100% no. Or I mean, that's my opinion. But
that's what we've really been looking for. I mean, the whole heliocentric thing gives us the ability. It's a predictive model. It allows us to tell in advance when eclipse is going to happen.
But what happens if the people in charge? What happens if the people in charge have the information of the actual model and they're using that information to predict it and to draw up this fake ball Earth model?
Take a quick picture.
Yeah, brother. Whatever you want to do.
My brother-in-law's license plate is flat Earth.
Nice. I love it. We're growing, man.
I've watched all his videos.
Now, what is your? Have you investigated it yet? You can't get there. Or I mean, are you seeing some strange stuff?
Listen, if someone had to press me, I'd probably go this way.
Oh boy, you're deep. Good for you, brother. It's just what I find is that it's not just flat Earth for me, bro. Have you looked into the Boston bombing hoax?
Looked into. I've heard the alleged evidence and things like that. I'm not really convinced of that.
All right. Look, for me, one single photo of him in a wheelchair. My boy Jeff Bauman, right? He's in his wheelchair. They're wheeling him with his freshly blown off legs. And if you look closely, and it's a fantastic photo, high definition, right?
Okay.
There's not a single drop of blood coming off of his legs. No, look on the pavement. And I made a video on it, so you can watch the video. It's UFC it's UFC Flat Earth and Strangeness, something like that is the name of it. But if you look at that, you'll see the photo that I'm talking about. And on the street behind him, there is not a single drop of water. There's also video of them going around the building twice, because what happened is his bandage got stuck in the freaking wheelchair while they were pushing him. They missed the shot, so they did the whole shot one more time. That video was removed by YouTube. Somehow it got disappeared. Weird, right?
I don't think so.
So yeah, but my point is that this isn't just about flat Earth for me, bro. For me, it's everywhere I look, I see lies. My government is a bunch of creepy, lying scumbags. Do you trust your government?
Well, that is a completely different issue. I don't think anyone completely trusts the government that's being fed from.
Right. Okay.
But one can count on one's own observations if done appropriately. You'll agree with that, I assume. So, and we do have the means. We do have the means to do this. We do have the means to make observations to tell us whether it's a flat Earth or spherical Earth, or it's heliocentric, geocentric.
You think? I don't. Well, we disagree. So I mean, that's a pretty bold statement to make. That I guess you got you're 100% on your belief, and that there is no room for error. Right? That's what you're telling me.
Open to evidence. Always open to evidence. That's part of the thing. I assume you are as well.
Well, when you can see Chicago over 50 miles distance, when there should be 1,700 feet of curvature hiding that city, and you can see it clear as day, that's some pretty hardcore evidence that you can test yourself.
But are we judging on the anomalies, or are we judging on
anomalies?
The occurrence?
What are you talking about? I mean, the guy gets in a boat, drives across with it on you know this Rob Skiba video, and boom, the city's right there in front of your eyes. When people are doing it, I mean, there's plenty of laser experiments when they're doing it over a smaller distance of 7 or 8 miles with a little flashlight, 1 foot off the ground. Shouldn't be seeing that flashlight. So everything, I mean, fine. If you want to give me that it's a mirage that I'm seeing every time, hey man, that's your prerogative. I'm not gonna say I'm 100%. I can prove you wrong.
You know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is?
Yeah, of course.
This was his last post.
You know what? Check out. Show my friend that photo. Let me see what he tells you about that photo. Because he doesn't believe the Earth is a ball, but I know what you know. You know what about that photo, right? Yeah. Is that the curvature of the Earth that you're seeing there?
Actually, wouldn't be able to say since it's above the center line. If the horizon was on the center line, we could make a judgment. We can't tell if a fisheye or not.
What is the likelihood of it being a fisheye, would you say? Do you think there's that extreme amount of, you're talking, how high is that, 26,000 feet? 3 miles in the air, you're going to see that kind of curvature? Okay, no, let's go with that.
You wouldn't see curvature.
Right, so let's go with what that is. That's a bullshit photo. It's a fisheye lens, my friend. And that's what you're going to get. And that he used that, Neil deGrasse Tyson uses that to prove curvature. The guy's a fucking fraud. And I'm sorry to get so freaking blatant, but that's true. Why would he use that, right? Hey, now let's talk about that. Why would Neil deGrasse Tyson use a photo that even you question what the veracity of that is? Why would he do that?
Just a Twitter.
Because the guy, you ready for what? You know what Neil deGrasse Tyson says about gravity, guys? When it comes to what gravity is, he says we just don't know.
Well, that's accurate. We don't. We can only.
But how many people use gravity as the reason for everything when they defend the ball Earth? Come on, man. How does water stick to a spinning ball then? Tell me how it sticks.
So obviously you know the answer.
What's the answer? You got to tell it to me, man.
Do I have to say
because we don't know what it is. We don't know what it is.
All right, it's gravity.
Thank you, brother. I love you. I'm gonna give you a kiss, man. You're awesome. No, I'm serious. But but seriously, at least you had the balls to say it. A lot of people will run away from me and say, oh,
well, as for that, as for gravity, I mean, it's demonstrable. The whole Cavendish thing, which everyone says has never been reproduced, but one of the folks in our group has reproduced it 3 times in his basement. But that sort of, it does demonstrate an attraction.
What about the Foucault? Pendulum?
Yes.
You with that?
Well, it's observable.
Man, I don't know, man.
What would you say causes?
I believe. What's called? Because listen. The thing is that it has friction on it. The problem is that nothing can be 100% neutral. Would you agree with me? So,
there are effects that you can't account for. Yes.
So now you have a problem, don't you, with the Foucault? If it can't be 100% neutral, then how is it detecting movement that you can trust?
Except that it's a constant movement. It's not an on or off movement.
No, I don't believe that's true. I believe that they've shown that things be still as still can be. I'm going off stuff that I can't prove myself, which I don't like getting into.
Understand.
So,
I should probably run as well.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, hey, listen. I will have to admit, it was a good conversation with you because
I enjoyed it as well.
It's interesting. I don't want to be so firm in my belief, but it's the things that I can do here and other places. That's why you have the P900, huh?
Had to. That's the truth detector. Apparently. Did you see the P1000? We got to wait till September.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy the P. Because it's $500. I don't have that kind of money. But let me ask you: you've never been able to detect the ship from after it went over the horizon?
Once it does, if we're not talking about waves and you can have a level of atmospheric distortion closer to you that would appear that would block. It's not the disappearance. It's
But
the
just a
bottom
simple
up
yes or no. Have you seen one ever or no?
I have never been able to return the portion that is missing over the horizon. So I guess that's a no.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, have you ever seen one disappear from your naked eye, and then you could zoom in and see some of it?
Oh no, you can't.
Okay.
You can still see the ship.
Well, that's what I'm
but
saying.
Not the part that is hidden.
Well, I'm not talking about. We know that perspective of our eyes does mess with what you can see. Correct?
Well, not in this case. The perspective would cause the entire object to shrink, not a certain segment of the bottom. Except for what we just said, atmospherics closer to you would not suffer from the same.
Okay, I can go. I got you there. Yeah. I'll go back and check that out. Here's my. There's just so much things. You see, the problem is that I believe the whole Freemasons, Illuminati. I've seen too much bullshit that there's. You know what? For me, hey brother. Oh, that wasn't him. He looked like it. He looked almost exactly like somebody else. But anyhow. It's raised enough questions for me that I feel pretty secure, but I am open to being wrong. I have to be.
And you mentioned you have some kind of
there's
identifying things.
I have paperwork right there if you want to grab one. But just be careful when you move, just because it's clipped.
Yep. I don't want to hog all your time, but we should communicate after that.
Oh, 100%. I'm going to be back here with my P900 soon, so I'll be doing that. And whatever the results may be, they will be, right? I'm not looking to freaking lie to myself some more. I feel like I already lied to myself for 46 years.
Same thing. Whatever one's opinion is at the moment, as long as we're open to evidence, that's good.
Yeah.
So, anyway, good luck.
Thanks, man. I'm holding the stuff. I appreciate it. Can I get your name again?
Jeff.
Jeff. Dave. Yep. All right, Jeff. Thank you.
Potent and expansive, living life with such incentive. Do not focus on expensive, changing up your dimension. Infection is clearing now, deception is gone somehow. Mushrooms from the sacred cow showed us where we're going now. Disallow archonic dark. Live for now and make your mark. Carve your name in trees of bark. Knock the ball out of the park. Dive in deep and swim with sharks. End is now, build up the ark. 2 by 2 we all embark. We are reborn from a spark. We are the chosen minds. Truth is on our side. God gave us the eyes. We see through the lies. Visual motion, explosion, magical potions, unfrozen waves like ocean cause commotion, lives like twine all interwoven. Softly spoken, stay in rhythm, tap to beats with time precision, rise in heat with strong conviction, sound so sweet from great musician. Play your ace and fold your hand, bump your bass and play your band, play and chase and play with sand, take command of your dreamland. Watch the signs of ace of base, tie your lace and dance with grace, run the race and win first place. We are the chosen minds. Truth is on our side. God gave us the eyes. We see through the lies. We are the chosen minds. Truth is on our side. God gave us the eyes. We see through the lies. chosen minds. Truth is on our side. God gave us the eyes. We see through the lies. We are the chosen minds. Truth is on our side. God gave us the eyes. We see through the lies. Little fields green and red, light of limelands diamond yellow, faded light eternal share. Look at life as government. Hear the chimes and you perceive. Reach past time and break unfair. See past lies you never made. Find and fight to motivate. We are the chosen ones. Truth is on our side. God gave us the eyes. We see through the lies. Chosen ones. Truth is on our side. God gave us the eyes. We see through the